Finally, you're awake. I was starting to worry you wouldn't open your eyes after all these hours. Don't panic, human. You're safe. I caught you before you could be carried away by the currents of the sea. That was quite the storm you got caught up in. I could see your ship swaying from side to side like a pendulum. The waves were about to swallow it whole. No wonder you tipped over the railings when you tried to untangle the mast's ropes. But hey, if it counts for anything, you did it. The others made it through thanks to your bravery. Of course, your ship is badly battered, but not sunken, at least. Take solace in the fact you were the only one who would have perished last night, save perhaps for those unfortunate sailors who were hit by the fallen mizzen. Their fate is unknown to me, but I can assure you the rest of the crew are on their way to the nearest port by now. How far away are we from that? Quite far, I'm afraid. About a day's worth of sail for your kind, I'd say. Ah, did you just now fully come to your senses and realize I am Mer? Oh, don't curl up like that. If I wanted you dead, you already would be. No reason for me to nurse your cuts with seaweeds and remain by your side if I just wanted to eat you. Quite counterproductive of me, wouldn't you think? I don't know what stories you've heard about my kind, but you're in luck. My clan is far more likely to engage in trade with humans than combat. Unless, of course, you do something utterly foolish to provoke us. But not to worry. I saw you fall into my territory rather than willingly enter it. I saw desperation rather than arrogance, which is why I decided to rescue you. You're welcome. What is your name, human? Ah, a lovely name for a lovely thing such as yourself. Now, may I ask you, sweet thing, what you were doing back there in that dangerous passage? That is a downright treacherous place to be around, called the Jagged Pass by my people for a reason. If you could see the sea's depths as I do, you'd understand better. There are ages worth of sunken shipwrecks down there, now one with a bottom. Even without that terrible storm, the sea's turbulence there is nothing to speak lightly of. I see. So you tried to warn them, but your navigator was promised ample gold for faster delivery, and thought to risk all your lives for it, Typical human greed. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But now, because of that, you're a long way from home, aren't you? Oh, so that's where you're from. Indeed, you're not getting back without a ship. And even if you tried with anything other than a sizable, sturdy vessel, I should warn you there are merclans that way that aren't overly fond of humans. You wish for a deal with me, you say? What kind of deal would you like to make? Intriguing. So you'll keep me company on this shore today? Tell me anything I wish to know about your people. And tomorrow morning, I must hail here the closest ship on course for your home. All right. That seems like a reasonable trade. So, is it okay if I slide a bit closer? I can feel it from here, the warmth of your body. My blood is so much colder in comparison. That is why we often perch upon rocks on sunny days, bask in the glorious rays of the sun. I won't lie, I'm curious about how you function. Does heat lull you like it does my kind? That makes sense. And your skin, all these tiny grains of sea salt drying on it, look like tiny diamonds to my enhanced sight. Plus, it's so much softer than mine. The texture is different too, but not unpleasant. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's actually very, very pleasing to the touch. Oh, you're curious about my tail? You think so? My scales look like crystals reflecting the light, do they? I don't think it should make me smile this much, that you find them beautiful. You want to touch? I don't know if you realize what you're doing right now, but... well, if you are to keep looking at them that way, I suppose you might as well. Well, I can't feel the touch in the exact same way I can on my skin, but there is a certain tingle present, a bit of heat. I can't think clearly enough to describe it in detail now, but suffice to say, it's different in a good way. Muted, but oddly satisfying. It almost makes me shiver. But that also has to do with the fact I sense how you enjoy it. The smoothness, the texture. I feel the attention you pay to every individual scale. The admiration you trace them with, almost transfixed. It creates a bit of a feedback loop for me. My kind generally relies on that for certain acts. This calms you, I can tell. However, the thing is, there's something you should know. Because so far you're doing everything right. And that can potentially become very bad for me. Borderline, maybe even dangerous for you. You see, commenting on another mer's tale, asking to touch them and leaving your palms splayed on their lower stomach like that. Honey, that is a courting ritual for my kind. If both parties enjoy the back and forth, it usually means they're compatible to proceed. It's okay, it's okay. Don't apologize. It's obvious you didn't know. How could you? You're not one of us. I'm not going to hold you accountable over a cultural difference like this. Hey, stop hiding your face in your hands. I said it's alright. Look at me. Come on, just look at me. Like you did before. I only stopped you because initiating something like that and then stopping it midway, for whatever reason, can make my kind very aggressive. Rejection after the initial advances have been welcomed is seen as a great offense. I don't want the rational part of my mind to clash with this more primal side of me. Not with you in the middle, you understand? But, oh, you're so beautiful. I just want to kiss you. If you aren't willing to accept me, then don't let me. You hear? Don't let me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. A special thank you goes out to my top tier patrons, Mr. Redler6 and Miss Fault. Please drop a little like and comment, as it helps a ton with the algorithm. Subscribe to my channel for 7 years of good fortune. See you on the next ones.